welcome to Storytime. I'm Miss Karen, the children's librarian at the Oakmont Carnegie Library, and I'm in the library today in front of our winter display, Happy New Year. It's 2021, so Happy New Year to everybody. This is a book that I read every January in our Book Buddies Storytime. And as you know, if I plan a winter theme, typically the weather will be the opposite of what I read. So when this video goes on, it's probably going to be, I don't know, nice and warm. So this is good luck for everybody, right? So we're reading a classic, Ezra Keats, The Snowy Day. There's a beautiful Christmas stamp that has illustrations from this book on it. It's one of my favorites. This was actually on the banned book list. So you're gonna have to look that up if you're curious as to why. So some of you may be able to read this along with me. It's a classic, like I said. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this, and he walked with his toes pointing in like that. Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks, and he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. What do you think it is? It was a stick. A stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. What happens when you smack the tree? Down fell the snow, plop on top of Peter's head. And you can see his bright snowsuit against the white snow. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. So he made a smiling snowman, and he made angels. He pretended it was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow and slid all the way down. That looks fun. He picked up a handful of snow and another and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. It's nice and warm in his house. And he thought and thought and thought about them while he took a nice warm bubble bath. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket, and his pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there, and he felt very sad. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away, but when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere, and new snow was falling. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall, and they went out into this deep, deep snow. What do you think they did? How would you finish that story? Well, thank you for joining me for another story time, and I will see you again real soon.